Yeah. I always have to wait for it to pop up in Twitch. Put on a cool trance mix tonight. Let me check the volume levels. Ooh, that's a little loud. Much better. Cool. Yeah, I don't want it to be like overpowering my voice and whatnot. That said, the first set I was gonna take a look at doesn't have any audio because I'm an idiot and I can't do that apparently. I also don't know how to make this the right size. Because I have this layout for 4:3, like images, because I mostly stream GoldenEye. And most of my Smash VODs that I ever look at are in Austin, and so they're recorded with nothing. Oh, that's someone trying to thumb. They're recorded with just the game feed, which is in 4:3, or 41 to 30 if you want to be that guy, but, you know. Yeah. Let's see if mini player, does that fix it? That is definitely not fixing it. Theater mode doesn't really help either. Well, maybe it does slightly. Yeah, whatever. I'll leave that, I guess. Yeah, I got a couple sets lined up tonight. I got, let's see. Here are the ones I thought about taking a look at. So, first of all, I'm definitely taking a look at this Blues Clues set. Right, but as well I got, you know, what was this, me against Socktastic that I was watching my last stream. Me against Space Animals, Brian, Dragon. I think I'll skip this one, and then Peachy Keen. So, got some good ones I think in store. Assuming I feel like getting through most or some of these. Alright, we go straight into it. Alright, that's cool. First of all, I really want to yell at myself for the camera placement on this one, because all you can see is me in the camera, which is like, whatever, I guess, you know, cool. But I easily could have fixed that too, which is the sad part. Decent start to the match, right? I guess that's like what I do a lot of matches. Just drop down. I don't want that. Drop down and, you know, go ahead and shoot a missile. Maybe against Peach that isn't the best. Because it seems like he just wants to throw a turnip immediately, which is kind of dangerous. But he didn't. Instead, he went down. Like, sometimes I've had Peachy Keen, Champ, or other Peach players just throw one off the side platform first and try and hit me as I'm coming down. This kind of approach angle, this is the one that I actually like it when Peach does, because it's like, when Peach runs at me like this, all I have to do is run under the turnip and go up with a fair, and Peach gets hit. And I didn't even do that, though. I think this is early enough in the match that I'm just like, I need to feel him out a bit. Because I accomplished nothing with that what just happened. Let's see, would that have won? Ooh, so I may have just missed with that forward air had I gone for it. Because he had his forward air out in front of me. Like, and he was moving forward. I'm literally just, I'm accomplishing nothing with this. And I think he recognized that, and that's why he decided to go in, because he's like, alright, I'm accomplishing nothing by just running up in between the platform and occasionally throwing out things. Yeah, and so now he has the lead, and I'm still accomplishing nothing. This is bad. Like, I'm literally accomplishing nothing and running into turnips. The tournament winner wasn't as bad as it looks because it's harder for Peach to punish that unless she reads it, and it gets me to the top platform like that where I can wave dash. So that's fine, but then I just waste time. Look, like, I'm not doing anything. Alright, how did I win? So, okay, that was a good fair, like, anti-airing Peach before she can put out a move. Certainly. Still, though, kind of risky. She could have just... Blue's Clues could have just faired me back off stage again. What am I doing? The up B is a good linker because he was too high up in the air for a down smash to link. The only other thing that I might have been able to do is a nair, but nair at this percent does not send him far away enough for that to be worth it, I don't think. Hello, Dadu. Again, yeah, very good emote. Oh, wait, I have a new one to show you, actually. If you think that emote is good because it continues, no, hold my beer. There we go. Shoutouts to Carl for hitting me up with that one. Very, very dank emote. Such a good song. Forget the name of this one. What is it? ATB 9 p.m. I like that. This is another thing I like to catch Peach with. She runs off the platform like that. She's vulnerable for... Oh, you can't hear me? Alright, what about now? Is now better? No, yes. Oh! Oh, okay, you're at a party. Oh, okay. Alright. Alright, cool. Glad to know that, like, I thought I checked my levels, so I was a little weirded out when Dadu said that. Alright. Where was I? Peach is kind of vulnerable for a second, right? Like, as she runs off the platform like that. Like, the best she can do is throw a turnip, and, that has a startup time. I don't know how long it is, but it's enough that you can put out a fair. I think what might have just ended up happening this set is I'm just, like, not accomplishing anything. That's a good start. Alright. So what I need to do is I need to fast fall and get out of there because Peach can punish me if I land on that platform. At this point, I'm kind of worried about him down smashing on the platform, right? So what I want to do is just wait for him to get off because 30 is... I could wait for him either way. Either way, I want to wait, whether he's going to get off or stay on. So, I thought he was going to just stay on the... That was weird, that he fell off, like, with one hit. I could have applied more pressure there. I did a forward... Like... I did a good forward tilt. That was a good forward tilt. But then he rolls in, and there are two things that I know I can do immediately right now. He rolls right into my down smash range, which if I hadn't wave dashed back, I'd be able to hit him with. Or, like, and the up tilt wasn't a terrible idea considering that happened. Like, I think I saved this situation pretty well, although had I gotten a better read, I could have gotten a better punish. Ooh, alright, so this is something Ark said when he came into my stream, and I've noticed a lot of people have said this about my play against, like, Peach or Puff. Figure 8 play style. Alright, so I'm just running between the platforms in a figure 8, and it's easier to cut me off. So, alright, I get under him, go back to platform, go back like that, right? This is me mixing it up slightly more, but it's still the same central concept that I'm trying to beat him by doing this. Force him to jump with the missile. He misses with that turnip because I'm already long gone from that platform, and I can nair him before the fair comes out. And that's a good extension I've noticed, is like, get Peach onto a platform like that, force her to tech, and you can cover most of her options. Like, if she rolls away, you can cover it with a drift in fair. If she rolls behind, like, towards you, then you can hit it with a back air or a nair. And then miss tech and tech in place, just cover with an air. That's what I've found. If you can make it happen. That's a scary situation. But I knew he had to come down eventually. And that's kind of the leverage that you can exploit against Peach sometimes, is that she does have to come down, like, eventually. So, sometimes challenging her with a fair isn't so bad. Alright, so I hit him with like 2 missiles on his shield, and he did nothing. What does that mean for me is the real question. It's like, it means that, so he's not really doing anything towards my missiles. So what that should have hopefully meant is that I go grab him, I think. Like, that would have been a reasonable way to solve that situation. And the punishment for me missing is not very bad. Like, the best he's going to do is, like, a down smash or a float canceled fair. So that would have been a great opportunity to go in and grab afterwards. Because because he has a turnip, he can't down smash me. Also out of shield, that's not very good. So that's another thing, but specifically, like, he would have to... it was just a good place that I probably should have gone for it. Oh, that is a classic that I do all the time. Alright. My set against Cycloid at the same tournament, I did that probably 20 to 25 times with him the whole set. It's pretty crazy. But he techs it. I haven't had that happen before. I should have been ready to cover that, actually. Like, that was a good tech, but I should have covered that. Because, look, if I had just fast fallen or something, I would have been able to deal with it afterwards. But I just fell off the platform. The bear was good, though. Good save. Not a good coverage of the ledge. All I needed was a weak move, so I think the bear was fine, even though it wasn't the strong hit. Alright, so there's up B getting me out of trouble. Look, I'm already in startup. I'm invincible, and he's grabbing. I guess the important thing is, like... So one of the ways that you can use Samus's up B in this matchup is as a I just messed up cover B type of tool. Sort of like how Fox and Falco use Shine on people's shields like that. You can do it to beat grabs with, like, Samus. There you go, up B. That's a kind of a weird height to be floating at, in my opinion. He's, like, level with the platform. That said, my Nair covers so much in front of and above the platform, and then that missile covered below the platform as well. So I'm able to cover so much space effectively that I don't think the float heights matter as much in this area, except for if I'm on the ground and, you know, how long it will take Peach to punish me for missing a tilt or something. What I would do is jump up in Nair. Let's see if I do that. Oh, okay, that works too. Up tilt is also a smart-ish option because it will send her back off stage. It covers a large range. Sometimes at lower percents, it'll just combo into things, so that's pretty nice. That should have been probably, a forward tilt might have been more effective, just because I want him to go off stage again. At this percent, Peach is just too high percent for me to get anything. That's cheese. That missile is literally just cheese. It's expecting him that if he doesn't have his hand on his controller, then I'll win. Peach like to float at side plat height usually. Like level with the platform or above the platform. Because I've done... Well, hello. Thank you for stopping by. Type Steam, a.k.a. Vitamix, a.k.a. Blendtec, a.k.a. What? Ninja Blender? So many good Blender tags. So bad. That's so bad. This would have been a decent attempt had he not been waiting for me right there. The good news is I can only take max punishment a Nair. This is scary. This is scary, but it could really work out for me. And the thing is that the missile, like, it covers him the farther he is, like, even if he's far away, if he has to be on the ground, right? Which he was. So, like, Blue's Clues hits me off here. He's far away. He's dashing away at this point, right? And so what this means is that I can hit him. I can put out this missile, and he can't run up and, like, dash attack me or something. However, if he does hit me out of that, my double jump's gone, and that's not a good look. See, and here we are back to, you know, figure 8 camping. At this point, like, missile won't kill for another, you know, until he's, like, at 150 or 60. But getting that damage allows, you know, him to make more... Like, first of all, it'll help me get that kill, but also, like... It just frustrates him. It makes him make a worse decision as he's just getting racked up with missiles with all his damage. Have 20 more tags at the ready. Yeah, I mean, dude, like, it's okay if you want to change around tags or, like, you don't feel like you know what you want. That's tight. Like, just whatever, man. This is one of the ways I get Peachy Keen all the time is, like, missile into fair. And that does, like, 30 damage. It's really good. It's almost like, if you're watching Marvel and you see, like, Doctor Doom combo missiles into a, like, and then, like, take missiles and turn that into a combo. It's sort of the same deal. Just a lot of damage output off of a small hit. Why did that missile hit? That was a wonky hitbox. That shouldn't have... He was just coming down. Which, in that case, it was kind of a decent coverage. Right? The one things I like about up tilt, and I feel pretty good... I guess this works on a lot of stages, but it'll poke through platforms like that. The air dodge also, it's one of Peach's decent options, but it's not difficult to cover. And you'll see me cover it later in this set. I've already watched this off stream, but... Alright. This is a hard position to cover, because if I go up to the top platform, then, you know, Peach can fast fall. Oh, what's up, Kapil? Thank you. I was very proud of that shield poke as well when I got it. And the worst that can happen is that he... like, it just hits his shield, and he can't... It's hard for that, like, Peach to punish that. But yeah, this is a hard position to cover, because if I go up to top platform, he fast falls and makes it back. If I go on the side. Like, the side platform doesn't get me as much, although it is the better position to be. And it's just Peach has so many options here. So I think I made a decent choice trying to read him going in farther, because he doesn't want to be near the edge of the stage and get hit off again. Bad sort of charge shot. I was thinking he was going to air dodge. Or go to that platform. Yeah, so that was just a clean poke on that, actually, because his shield was small. Yeah, I thought he just landed on a platform. That would have been the right idea had he landed on a platform to do that charge shot. And pull the turnip. That is what I thought he would be doing. Falcon Lombardi. Sup, man? Alright, that was kind of silly. I shouldn't have gotten hit by that. This is just bomb jumping. So the thing that he, like Blue's Clues, isn't doing is pulling turnips. That would have helped him, I think. The real reason for that is because he's more likely to pull a Stitch Face or other special turnip. And that's obviously a huge boon in this matchup. Yeah, see? So, like, multi-set conditioning. Okay, like, I lost to Blue's Clues this time. Maybe I'll beat him next time, you know? Who actually knows? Probably I'll lose again, but we'll have to see. Ooh, that was a not good idea. Like, going back to the accomplishing nothing theme, that's exactly this. I was just accomplishing nothing by just doing that. So, that was very risky, but at this percent, I'm going to die to literally anything. Up air, back air, fair, nair, dare into nair, a forward throw, anything will kill me. So whatever I could do to attempt to live, fine enough. And it worked out. Okay, that was silly, but what I wanted was to have better spacing on it. It's a very predictable option to do that back air, but if it hits, it gets him really far away, I get a charge shot, and I get center stage. If I miss, I'm going to die to mostly anything anyway, so it's like whatever. And I can see, look, he grabbed me early enough out of my up B, because I tried to up B, which is the right thing to do to cover myself on shield. You didn't have a double jump? So, at that point, I didn't have a double jump, I don't think. Actually, let me back that up. See if I did. I used it. I used it to cancel that momentum. And the reason why you, like, number one, that, but number two, the reason why you want to be up, I generally use it early against Peach, and the reason why is because she can't hit you with turnips when you're up really high. She hits you with turnips when you're low. Like, if you're lower, even or below the stage, she could just throw turnips at you. But up high, Peach has a much harder time contesting you recovering. Of course, you also, as Samus, have a much harder time contesting Peach recovering. So it's a back and forth type of thing. Ooh, that was silly. I could have gotten blown up for that, dude. This was fine because, like, if I'm under the platform, he has to make a move to get a turnip at me at that angle, which would be going up in the air, going up on a platform, or, like, something like that. I read that he was going to go up in the air, and that worked out. So I just went up and hit it with a nair, right? I thought he'd do the same thing. Okay. This is an example of something I like to do against Peach. Right? Like, I hit the back of his shield, okay? He can't grab me anymore if I do that. And if you also notice the way Peach's shield looks, look, she sticks out a little bit. And of course, I did hit him because he attempted to jump, but it's just safer if you can hit the back of the shield as opposed to front, because more of Peach is exposed, and just she can't grab you as easily. This is the point where I kind of want to scare him with the charge shot. Because anything will kill him. Like, missiles won't kill for another, like, maybe, what, 20 or 30 or so? But if I can force... The charge shot is going to be scary because he can't take any more missiles on shield. And look, I'm trying to break his shield. And there we go, the classic. Peach, like, oh, I land on a platform. I think he's going to chase me. I'm going to down smash. I can hit him. I can hit him for it. That was just stupid. That was just a complete mistake. However, what I could have done is... Alright, I could have crouch canceled that one, actually. Another mix-up I find a lot is, so Peach is almost doing like an aerial dash dance in front of you, right? She's floating like this. And what Peach's goal is to make Samus whiff a move. And then immediately after that, like, I just, I whiff a move, Peach comes in with like a forward air and hits me. But then I can also whiff a move, like hit her with a move, right? Like an up tilt. But I think he might be a little too high for an up tilt. Of course, my cover for this a lot is to try and beat Peach out. Because crouch canceling like a Peach fair like that is just not a smart idea. It really just isn't. So, had he stayed in the air, that would have been much more effective. I would have gotten like 3 or 4 hits. So that was a mistake. That should have been an up B. That said, like, sometimes the jump ends up working out better, and this was one of those times. Although what I should have done is go to the top platform. Decent enough trade because I have a stock lead. The danger is that he turns that stock lead, or he turns that trade into something big, but that didn't happen. Slightly too high percent. Right? First of all, that's kind of a silly way to cover him. I should have just down smashed him. A missile covers more, though, for a lower reward. Right? Slightly too high percent. Being like 10% lower, that would have hit. Alright, so that time he did the same thing. What happened differently? I wave dashed in instead of like fairing. That's the key. I think this is the point where I realize that I'm like, I have a stock lead. I'm going to make an effort to not approach. I think this is the point in the game where that happened. Ooh, this is actually kind of a pressure situation right here. Because I really don't want to go off stage. That's one of the ways that your lead can evaporate immediately, is go off stage. So I'm worried that he's going to fair me off stage, and the quickest way to get to that platform as Samus is to use your double jump. And if I'm off stage with that double jump, that sucks. So I'm like, I'm going to go away. I'm going to go to the top platform. That dare is risky, but also with this percent, not very good. Like, it'll pop him up, but it doesn't do the same kind of damage that it does at 0. Ooh, that was very risky of me. Like, I want to get away. All right, so whatever. He hard read me with that up smash. It's just slightly missed, so I can punish him. And that was a poor float height, I think. This is what I expect Peaches, or like bad Peaches, do. I mean, I bet this is a good position for Peach normally, or maybe in other matchups, or like in a lot of positions, but this is bad in this. Look, the missile is so free for me to shoot at that exact height. He gets hit by it. See, I attempted the cross-up that time. But how did I miss? Oh, that was a mistake on my part. Because look, he's still there, I just missed him. And I try and save it with an up B, but I do a late one. That's an aerial up B, which is slower. That's a mistake, completely. There's another one of those platform heights. Let's see, why did he do that one? See, that's the one that I always expect, which is, like, he's right level with the platform. Thanks, I like that you like the layout. Druzy actually made it for me, so definitely big shout-outs to him, because I really love the look of it. So much so that I'm tolerating this, like, the 16:9 squeeze kind of badly into this 4-3 image, because this layout is so beautiful. It's awesome for GoldenEye, though. It's perfect. And watching most Melee sets, because I can turn on this one. Right, fits perfectly. Aside from the black bars, because I have it in a better resolution, or like the better aspect ratio for Melee, which is actually not 4:3, it's 41 to 30. That was so bad. At this point, I'm just like, okay, just run away. Just don't get touched, don't get hit. The charge shot was just really, like, I wish it'll hit. Like, really bad. I'm like, if he pulled a turnip, it would have hit, but, eh. Wait, what did Practical Task say? Like, what, the 41 to 30 aspect ratio? Yeah. So, that was something I saw in, like, a Reddit post. It's like, okay, Melee isn't 4-3, so if you want like the right shields and whatnot to be them to actually be circles, you want 41 to 30. And it's slightly different for Brawl, Project M, and like as well. There's a different aspect ratio for that. Although Smash 64 is exactly 4-3, and so N64 games are. Good news is I live that fair. Unfortunately, I make a big blunder and miss the ledge. That's day one Samus. Also, day one Samus should be, don't do stupid things like that. Look, like that, what is the purpose of that missile? Nothing. It just covers him if he tries to, like, go to that height for some reason. I don't get it. That would have been a good opportunity to wave dash off and nair him. Right? Or just a shield drop, but I don't. I'm not going to talk about that. Wave dash off nair. That's the idea. Another thing I'll do is, if that back air, it's actually plus on shield. If you hit with a strong hit. So I'm like, going to put out forward smash if they try and punish it. This is the point where I'm starting to get scared, because it's like, at this percent, I want to do damage to Peach, but I don't want to put myself in a bad position that could make his lead bigger, just with the danger. Yeah, so it's one of those things that I never bothered to, like, or not never bothered to, I never wanted to learn the method you need to do for that requires notches, because I didn't want to notch my controller, and it's like I just don't want to ever have like controller Johns or equipment Johns. Like, anything that I can do to avoid that as much as possible, I'll take. Like, that also includes, like, not using custom controls, so you can't be like, my controls are wrong, or something like that, or, you know, requiring very specific mods or converters. I'd rather not. So I never wanted to do the notches, and then now I'm especially glad I didn't, because UCF is a thing. And it's like, but there are some tournaments that don't use UCF, and I am consistent between both versions because of that. And you can work around that very easily, like, with a lot of, like, for example, like that one right there, I could have just done a wave dash off Nair, and it does the same thing. I straight up never noticed switching between UCF for that reason. That was risky double jump, but I made it work. Also, that was a funky cross-up that I kind of like. Yeah. That's a combo, by the way. That Nair to charge shot, it is a combo. And I totally whiffed that. Should have been the other direction, of course. That's the danger. This is what I want to avoid. Look, I'm at a perfectly reasonable percent, except for the fact that I am now off stage without my double jump, okay? He can turn at me and stuff, and I might just die. Good news is I was able to make it work. I was a little slow, though, on that up tilt. If I was faster, that would have just won. Or farther away, to be more accurate. That was so silly, because that was a decent idea, except for the fact the turnip was coming right down at me. So I get an edge slip off the platform, and he bears me. Steven, too good. That's not going to kill, but it's going to be annoying. Oh, it kills. Wow. Thought that. I didn't remember that. This is scary. The reason why it is scary is because Peach's damage output is ridiculous. And, as always, something like an SD is on the table. Right? Like, look at that. Like, if I had messed that up like, slightly worse, could have been the end. There we go. Dare is +0 on shield. It's another thing that, I mean, you can't punish it. At least not like that. Ooh, bad bear. That was cheese. See, that was that cheese I went for earlier, which didn't work. Now, wait for the air dodge. Ah! That's how it's done, boys. I have the charge shot, right? I just have to wait for an air dodge. He air dodges, he is dead. However, had I shot it immediately, like, then he would have made it, and then I have to find time to get another charge shot. This is also one of the only ways that Peach is going to die this early. But then that kills. Yeah, that was a very nice, like, shot to the face. Ah! I'm also sad I didn't get his reaction on the camera. Not like he had that much of one, but, like... Or I don't even know. I didn't look at him. But I'm, like... I'm sort of pumped. I'm like, oh, wow, I just took game 1 from Blue's Clues. Wow, that happened. And then this game. So I start with that same stuff, and he tries to get me with those turnips again. Look at how small his shield is. I thought that missile would poke. Look, like, but he tilted it just right. What a nutcase. I also could have punished that roll in harder. That, like, I waited us back, and I even had a good read. I just gave it up. I could have down smashed or something. This is one of the things, or what, like one of the things I think I'm best at in this matchup is like, look at that. Like covering his landing and having an idea of like his coming down options, and is he going to come down with an aerial? Is it going to be empty? Early or late aerial? Is it going to be an air dodge? Is it going to be like a special move of some kind? And that's something I feel like I picked up from playing a lot of Brawl. It's like I hit someone, you have to wait for an air dodge or not, or a jump or something, and you hit him again, right? That's why I think I'm so good at this matchup. That's a good way. That's the best way I'm going to do with that. So you can punish Peach's down smash on shield as Samus with a grab, as long as the last hit does not connect. Yeah, you're actually right, Kapil. So the fact, like, if he has a low shield, that is an incentive for me to approach. However, he can also turn that, like, incentive to approach into something scary for me. Because if I mess up and I do a bad approach, then he can, like, start a combo off of that. But you are right. Like, I should have approached there instead of just running back. But ideally what I would want to do, which is the best, is hit him with a missile and run in and start a combo. That's the best case scenario right there. That was just a late fair on my part. Bad dash attack. So the thing is, when Peach is, like, if Peach is in the air, she can't crouch cancel your dash attack. You can use it very early. The thing is, though, that, you know, if she is on the ground or something, it's not a good look. Good mix up. That's so hard to cover. That specific, this recovery, there's no good way to cover it. It is actually just depressing, like how tough this is to cover. My best thing is to hard read it and go to the top platform. It's so annoying. I think he started also, Blue's Clues got a read on like when I started to want to jump out of the corner in this game. Then there's that missile. Remember that missile I did where I would like drift in and then do that missile? He found the counter to it, right? He's far away and he just throws a turnip. Ooh. Can you aerial interrupt to top plat? Actually, yes. Although it's fast. It's just not fast enough, I don't think. The Dreamland one is actually not as hard as you would think. I can do the Battlefield ones really well. Let's see. That was a good one again. He was just a little too high for me to get the full mileage off of that. So that was, I got him with that just the time before, so it's probably like, I'm probably not going to get him with it again. I think that was a fair choice as an escape option, except for the fact that I went right on top of him. Had I gone directly up onto the platform, it would have been harder for him to cover. Hey, edge cancels. I'm so good at those, and they come in handy because I was dead to rights. Of course, now I am. Okay, well, I can live that. Decent. So that was good because I hit him with a really spaced up tilt. So yeah, that dare cross up to F smash, it's just, I've gotten like lots of players with that, and the thing is, yeah, so it's dare is +0, so he cannot like grab me for it. But the F smash is like, but if he tries to punish me for it, F smash, right? Like, I don't know, I saw this funny like fighting game meme. It was you know I'm +3 on that setup, right? Why'd you press buttons? Are you stupid or something? You know, and it's like, it's sort of that. It's like, I'm trying to test if he's stupid. Which I know he's not, and that's kind of the problem. But everyone's a little stupid sometimes. This is also time I should have gone for grab. Double missile wasn't terrible, but grab would be the right one. So yeah, +0 at the lowest possible frame. Or, I guess, yeah, lowest possible frame. But even so, it's like, I don't think Peach has anything fast enough to punish me with it out of shield. So, because the way Melee's mechanics work is it's like, unlike fighting games, like, or a lot of other fighting games, where you can just immediately, like, punish things from block, Melee you have to either, like, jump or wave dash out. I don't know what frame Peach's Nair is, but I imagine that's her fastest thing. So as long as I don't, and then grab is 7 frames. So as long as I'm not doing a -7 aerial on shield, I can't get grabbed. Yeah, it's rip. Sup, Blue Angel? Ready to see some sick Samus analysis? Wait, was that a Stitch? Did he drop a Stitch? He only had like 1 this whole time, so I didn't notice it, but he just threw that at the ground. That could have been a big deal. Of course, this game, it didn't matter, but like, something to keep in mind. Yeah, so it's like, that's actually true, Kapil. It's like, if I can use that dare as a leverage tool, like to put pressure on him. Like, because it's +0, so I can do basically whatever I want. It's just like, do I think he's going to press buttons? Is he going to roll? Is he going to do a special? Attempt to grab anyway? And it's like, if you're pressing buttons or something, I can hit you. If you're rolling, I got to read it, right? That's the kind of danger that I'm worried about with these combos. Like, look, he hit me with 4 moves. Look at that kind of stuff. That's half a, maybe about a third of stock. First grab I go for and it's bad. Because what happened earlier is he would just take 2 missiles on his shield before doing anything. And I finally attack him after 1. Like, and it doesn't work. That was a little greedy because I literally just stood there and waited for him to hit my shield so I could punish him. Good cover. I mean, that was the right way to cover it. That forward smash was kind of just YOLO. So the thing about at this percent is like, yeah, 55 is actually, it's a bigger deal for Falco. But the other thing is that Falco has like this ridiculous combo potential that Samus doesn't as much have. All right, so at this point I have this charge shot. I just sort of want to feel him out because I know he's going to want to try and like approach me and hit me with something. He's not just going to run away. He could though. That was a good use of my charge shot. This is bad. This is very bad. Right? I double jump into his Nair because he hit me with that weak combo starter. This is why I used the double jump early. Because he can hit me with these turnips and I can't do anything about it. That was a good, I mean, I don't know how good of a read that was, but I did get it. That's also, here's a danger with up being Peach. If she is not at a high percent, and you only hit with one hit, then she doesn't get launched, like, with enough momentum so that, like, she can't punish you. This is another very effective strategy against Peach, if you can pull it off, is, like, trying to box her out with these tilts. That edge slip was so dumb. Also, that up smash was a mistake. Yeah, there we go. He also took advantage of me crouch canceling that time, which was really smart. Like, this is top player of Texas type of stuff right here, right? Because I crouch canceled that, I didn't go that far, right? And so he just reads that double jump with that nair, and it's back off again. Yeah, I should crack open the 20XX. Most of my practice recently has been just reviewing my videos and whatnot, which I want to do on stream more. It's just like a lot of times I'll only have like segments of time. I don't know. That was a good edge cancel. It's just that he didn't try and chase down after me. Like, had he decided to chase down after me, that bear would have worked. See, that's an example of, like, more just pressure of that. It also gets me out of situations. Like, I didn't want to be in the corner. Now I'm in the front. Now I'm in center. And I hit him with that +0. Yeah, I have to say, like, I feel like I, for the most part, learn the most from watching my videos, or watching videos in general. I can, like, see how it happens. That aerial, or not aerial interrupt, no impact land did not do much work for me after that first one I hit. And this is why being off stage without a double jump sucks. Although I was able to make it back because that turnip, that was a terrible, that wasn't, not a terrible turnip, but it was not a very good turnip. That time I did the aerial interrupt, I just didn't get anything out in time. What was my reaction to that? I saw myself move in the camera. Okay, it was just like... Here's the thing. When it gets to this point, this matchup is basically unwinnable. Like, at this point, unless I just play out of my mind, it's just... This is just not possible. Like, it's actually just not possible. Like, I'm going to try my best, but it's... You have to realize it. He would have to SD at, like, 0 on his next stock for this to be possible again. Especially if you start taking trades. So the aerial interrupts are... invincible for 11 frames, which is pretty good. That's enough for you to get out a lot of moves. Like, down smash is frame 6, right? So as long as you get 6 frames or more, then you can do an invincible down smash. So you can get up to 11. That's another cross-up I like to do with that bear. That was a very spaced forward smash. That's probably one of the most spaced forward smashes I have ever done in my life. Look at that. Looky there. Would you have guessed this would hit? Yeah, so part of it is like, yeah, if I'm not getting the full 11 frames, it's harder. Okay, that was a good way to cover the ledge, except he's at too high percent for me to combo that into something. So it just ended up being a liability, almost. This is the point where it actually just becomes impossible. I can't, even time becomes an issue. So I only have 3 minutes to take off 2 stocks. Like, he could run away for a long time. I hit him with some cheese. I almost thought in that time, I'm like, I should have saved that. But whatever. I mean, I shouldn't be trying to save stupid things like that. Yeah, and there's that missile. That didn't work out for me again. See, I double jumped into that too. So, yeah, I'm just like, there's no point in attempting to recover. Oh, God, that's so bad. Here's the thing. So we started on Battlefield. He just washed me, or beat me pretty bad on Dreamland. Normally, all right, so this is a best of 3. Normally my counter pick is Stadium. Okay, that's absolutely so. I banned FD when we played after I beat him game 1 because that stage is nearly unwinnable for Samus. Stadium is nearly unwinnable for Peach. Like, that is a ridiculous counterpick swing, which changes the matchup a lot. So at this point, my options are the second worst stage, Yoshi's to counterpick, right? I don't want to go to FD or Yoshi's. I won on Battlefield, so that's off the table. So my options, and then he banned Stadium. So I'm talking about Dreamland, where I just got beat, or Fountain. And Fountain is generally said to be a pretty good Samus stage, although it's not as much my favorite, just because the platforms aren't consistent. But I went for it anyway. It's my best shot. I was not feeling very good on Dreamland, although I could have taken him back to Dreamland. That might have been a right choice. See, there we go. Great. But the thing, though, I had to wait for him to jump out of that one, right? Because I could have gotten crouch cancel down smash again. This game, I did a way better job, I think, of like the pressure and like wave dashing around and making him feel it a bit. That was a terrible missile. So bad. That was a complete mistake. Look at how much damage I take for that one missile. Ultimately evaporating the lead that I had. The platform, see, they can do things to you like that. They can do that to you. Forward smash, if that platform was not there, would have hit. I should have gone in after him after that. See, this time I'm like, all right, well, because I was feeling kind of bleh about grabbing. Because this is the percent where it starts to matter if you miss a grab. So I'm like, all right, well, what I can do is I hit him with 2 missiles each time. I'm just going to go up after him like that and catch his escape. And there we go. I take the first stock. That's the right linker at that percent. At higher percents, you can do Nair, but this is the best linker. I could have probably snuck in a down smash there, but that's a risky move at that percent. Yeah, I definitely could have. Phantom! Very nice. Luckily, he got the reverse on that. How am I not dead is the real question here. Of course, then I double jump into that. That was just tournament winner mistake. That's what that's gonna do to you. So this time I'm like, all right, those F smashes aren't working. I'm going to try and catch him as he hits me. And I almost did with that second bear. See, that jab should have been an air. That means I missed my jump because, like, for various reasons, I could have missed my jump. Ooh, oh, that's so terrible. This was actually kind of a scary situation. This is a time where it's like, what I can do is I can drop shield and hit him with like a tilt. Or he could just, you know, come and hit me with an aerial as that's happening. Ooh, bad, 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 but I can live. So yeah, that was bad because I let myself get so low. Like I did my air dodge too early, so I couldn't grapple sweet spot to ledge. It's still an even game though. Great way to start that. Alright, what I wanted to do was have him do a get-up attack and I down smash him. That's a classic thing to do against Peach players or just anyone you have on the top platform. But instead he just did a neutral get-up shield. Stupid platform. Ugh. That was a good way to dash back, like, forward air. That was really good. Exactly what I want to see, right? Covers landing, right, with that down tilt. If I could just do that over and over again, that's how you win. That was a bad trade just because it sent me off stage like that. Now I have to deal with all this bull, including stuff like that. And that's another thing, the platforms can mess with you. It's like, I wanted to drop through missile, but I didn't get it. Stitch face, of course. But luckily not that much happened because of it. Only one hit. Still though, definitely changed the game. So... I am certain I touched the ground on this. I was certain that I touched the ground, right? So I tried to... So first of all, I accidentally do that in air. And then I try and double jump, and there's nothing, which means I am dead. Doesn't that look like I touched the ground? I guess I just... Look, like... Not saying I would have won this game, but I could have at least gave him a decent... Like, I could have put a decent amount of work in if I just lived, right? So that's kind of a sucky way to end this set. Overall, overall, I think I executed my game plan pretty well against Peach. And, you know, how badly, I guess, could I could have done a lot worse, right? Like, no comments on here, otherwise I would read them. That's what I was looking for, but there's not there. Yeah, it's like, it's 1 or 2 frames I missed that by, which is really sad. I could have made that. Well, yeah, so that I guess is that set. Let's see what else I should watch next. I was just watching Peach. Maybe I'll watch something else. I'll watch this one for the vintage. I'm always wanting to look at my Fox game. So, alright. So, the quality on this one, it's kind of bleh. But it actually, I think it's pretty good. Considering I recorded it by with a VCR, right? Which I actually recorded some of the videos for Austin Melee on this VCR. It's hilarious. And they look pretty decent. Like, I'm actually happy with it. And the audio in this one, which, like, I'm going to have it turned off anyway since it's annoying replaying it. But the audio isn't great, but it's because I recorded it inside my TV, which doesn't have VHS hi-fi. But the VCR I use for actual for recording, like, that's external, that one does have VHS hi-fi, so it would have been better. Anyway. Silly. He hit me with it so high, he was able to shield before I was able to get it out. That's cool. This is an example of why you don't do this. Fox can crouch cancel shine you in between the hits of fair. It's very silly, but he can. There I go, I try it again. Silly. I don't know why that poked. I got his feet. The hitboxes, they look like almost like 4 corners of a square, like little bubbles around that. And one of the places that they hit is right at Samus's feet. So it'll poke sometimes, even with the big shield. There we go. That up B will cover you a lot because, like, let's see what he tried to do. No, oh, I just poked him with it. That's even better. That is hilarious. So the strategy is that... Oh, congrats on the sub button. Thank you. Yeah, so I've had affiliate for maybe a month or 2 at this point. And actually, I think it has been about a month at this point. Yeah, so I got it. I do most of my GoldenEye streams. And what made it pretty easy to... or easier to get affiliate is that a lot of the GoldenEye players would just be watching my stream, you know, just because it gets announced in the Discord. And then, you know, it was just a thing of, you know, getting some followers and then, you know, putting on some quality streams, which, you know, I like to do. I like to stream just whatever I want to stream, I guess. It's fun having all the different groups of people in my streams. Because I have people I know from Melee, and then from, like, Brawl, from Smash 4, like, all those different communities I've been in. And then, of course, GoldenEye, right? Because people who come in from there. And it's like everybody's in here. Like, it's cool to get all the people in here at once. Bad DI on that Nair. Tight. If I got in the reverse Nair, that would have been a lot better. I think I pulled the trigger too early on that one. Part of my deal is that it's like, I feel like sometimes it's just like, when I'm playing neutral, it's like I throw out moves, and I'm just trying to eventually lead that into just like pulling the trigger on a down smash or dash attack, and that's not the way to be going about it at all. Like, look, I'm literally windmill of furying. It's not good. Alright, this is a decent coverage option that I like to do against Fox. It's like if he does that side B from ledge like that, you can like, grabbing him is pretty easy. Cool shorten. That tricked me. If they don't, even if they do or hit that edge cancel, you can still put a Nair out there and like get Fox for it. Alright, so this is kind of the percent where it's like down tilt is really good because it'll pop up into other things. So I'm sort of spamming it almost, and that's not very good. Ooh, I'm gonna get punished. Alright, so when Fox up smashes me on shield, I can punish that 100% with a wave dash out of shield down smash. A grab is also possible, but just worse or riskier. So I did a wave dash out, which is right. But I did it very late. But I did my down tilt late enough to beat out his spot dodge. Because what happens against Brian all the time, every time, is that I miss a grab and that he just charges an up smash. This has probably happened in like 5 or 6 of our sets. So he expected that, so I just waited it out unintentionally. All right, I'm gonna get a little bit more water. I will be back in like just a second, so sit tight. Right. Here I am once again. I'm torn into pieces. Good spacing. I don't know why he dashed away when he probably... Well, he might have... May or may not have been able to punish me, so I'm not sure. Here's the kind of crouch cancel I don't do, but I should do more, which is just take the hit, but then use it to just get away like that. Instead of like crouch cancel down smash. Ah, that was very bizarre. So he does a dash attack. He cancels it with the shine, the momentum. SDs. Ooh. That would have been good if he did a neutral getup, but not much else. I don't know what I was doing with that nair. Sometimes I go for these kind of Oki setups, right? Where it's like, it would be good in a traditional fighting game. It would not be good in Melee because they have get-up attack. Sup, Tony? So, yeah, these videos, this one, that I'm just watching is from a Longhorn Weekly, like a local a few weeks ago. Before, the one I was watching before was against Blues Clues at the last monthly. And then, yeah, I wasn't a TGL because I just couldn't make the drive this weekend with, I have 4 exams in 3 days. So, like, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I have 4 exams over that period. So I couldn't really spare any time to, like, drive to SM, you know, all day. Just wasn't going to work out. Yeah, also, that pot bonus, I wasn't going to win any of it, so it's like, make no mistake, that's not the reason why I'm going to tournaments, and it wouldn't be why I would go to TGL. Yeah, but, so, yeah, I really am going to need that good luck, so I definitely appreciate it, Kapil. I'm going to be doing so I have a physics exam Monday, and then a PChem exam on Tuesday morning, an OChem exam on Tuesday night, and then a, sports advertising. I'll talk about that class some, just a class I'm taking on Wednesday. So I have 4 exams in 3 days. I'm going to get completely owned, except the fact that, I've been grinding hardcore. The first time I've had, today that I haven't been studying is right now for this stream. And then, of course, eating meals and what have you. Yeah, so. Oh, the first one? Physics. I have physics on Monday. What was so bad about the seating? I mean, I kind of want to go see it. Let me see if this is going to show up right. I think it will. Mojo. Alright, Snowy seated 8th. Who was seated 2nd? Albert, ALP. It's tough to know where to seed Billy Bo Peep, so that's pretty fair enough. Tatawa at 7th. I like that. Space Animal's definitely above them. Oh, yeah. 316, electromagnetism, E&M, right? So it's just like a whole bunch of circuit diagrams and whatnot. I don't like it. It's so lame. Seating seems about... I don't see what your seating complaint is, Tony, honestly. Like, this looks pretty fair to me. Unless you mean something like... I don't know, is CJ seated too... No, Sam just at 22. CJ is definitely not too low. HGC... Unfortunately, I had to play ALP, but, you know, whatever. What are you going to do? I think HGC is probably better than Llama Pajama. Like, I don't 4-stock HGC, but I 4-stocked Llama Pajama the last time I played him. Etos, 26. Tough to say. 3 exams in 24 hours. What? Okay. Actually, technically, so do I. But they're not within the same calendar day. Oh yeah, I guess speaking of science, I haven't mentioned this too much, but I've been to 2 conferences to present my stuff. One of which was on the UT campus, one of which was on the UTSA campus, and I won both of those. So I got like best in division for the UT one, and then best visiting student at the UTSA one. And then my project for my research for my lab is almost finished, and we're writing up the manuscript for to send around to journals now. So that's also been taking up a lot of my time. So I haven't put a lot of... I mean, I'm still going to Melee tournaments and stuff, but I'm not putting as much, like, legit grinding into them. So that's pretty cool. Some funny things. So at the UT, at the UT conference, a couple people, like this one girl actually recognized me from Melee. She said to me, she's like, so first of all, so I gave the first presentation. Oh yeah, well, thank you. I appreciate the congratulations. Actually, for the UTSA one, I won a watch. So I will tell the story of that in a minute, but 2 things. So first one is that, so I went to the UT one. The first girl who presented, the grad student, like that she works with, plays Melee. So she knew about it. But then I do my presentation. I'm last. I get out to leave, and this girl says, "Hey, are you president of the Smash Club?" Like to me as I'm walking out. And I'm like, okay, this kind of thing. Yes, and so we had a conversation about it. And then the girl who presented first, who's grad student, plays Melee, comes up and she's like, "Oh, my grad student Sam plays that. Do you know him?" And I'm like, "Yes, I know him." Because Sam was also my TA last semester. And she was all like, "Oh, was Sam good?" And Sam is not good. So I felt kind of bad. He just doesn't try that hard at the game. So I just sort of had to tell him, I'm like, "No, I beat Sam," and whatnot, whatnot. Anyway. The UTSA one, no, it's a different guy, not Kag. It's this guy whose name's Tag's Dollhouse. So then I said, and then, yeah, it was... he is a nice guy. He is also not very good at Melee. What else? The name of that conference was UT Furs, like F-U-R-S. So I had a good laugh typing that into Google because you don't get Fall Undergraduate Research Symposium as the first thing that comes up in the results. That's definitely not what you get. Yeah. So, and then the second thing was I went to the UTSA. So no, Tony, that's what I did. I said like, "Oh, I destroy Sam." Like the one girl, she's like, "Oh, have you guys played in tournament?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I beat him like real bad." Yeah, I mean, of course, furry stuff comes up. I mean, just whatever, cool. I'm cool with that. But it was a little funny. And then the other thing that happened was, so that second one I went to in UTSA, I ended up so I got like best visiting student, and I won a watch. It was like a Samsung smartwatch. These things are like worth a significant amount of money, but what they didn't tell people is that you had to show up to the awards ceremony to get your award. And a lot of people, it's very common to skip those awards ceremonies. So the presenter, he's like, yeah, so we're handing out these Samsung Gear watches. Anyone who doesn't show up can't get them. You know, any ones that aren't claimed, they're going to be Christmas gifts for my family. He calls a name. First person doesn't show up. And he's like, well, this is going to be a gift for my daughter. You know, and he puts that away, and he puts it on the floor. And then the next person doesn't show up either. And he's like, all right, well, all right, cool, gift for my son. And he puts that one away too. And everyone's losing it at this point. So I was there. I got my watch. A lot of people didn't. It was really funny. And yeah. So he ended up getting up to like, you know, and this one's for my aunt, you know, which was like ridiculous. This was like hilarious to me. So I made money going to this thing, actually, because I won like a $300 watch after paying $20 in gas and parking. And visiting, like, shacking it up with my family for the weekend, because it's in San Antonio, and I live 10 minutes from UTSA campus. It's, like, cool. So I have it, and, like, the first thing I did on it was I put a GoldenEye watch face on it. So it looks like, let me see if I can find a picture of it. Probably not going to be able to. This is what it looks like. Let's see if this shows up on the stream correctly. I don't know if it's going to. Yeah. So this is what the watch face I currently have. It's really dank. Since, you know, I'm obsessed with that game now. So yeah, that's recently. So that happened. In fact, also, the first presentation was the same day as the monthly. So I like ran into the monthly, like in my suit still, to try and fix things. Yeah, so anyway. In case you all cared, you know, stories about my life outside of playing a, you know, 16-year-old children's party game. Wait, 16-year-old party game. Yeah, I mean, it's an old party game. I mean, I don't know, 16-year-old, I've always wondered this. Is 16, when's the cutoff for, like, when it's a children's, like, you know, in the news, they call people, like, boy or man? When's the cutoff for that? You know? It's kind of, like, I don't know, I've seen, like, if you're, like, 18, I've seen both boy and man, right? But then if you're, like, 20, it's like, okay, are you man at this point? Are you, like, okay, not in Texas. 16 is not the age in Texas, Tony. So if this is a thing for you, you need to go, like, fix your life, Tony, okay? And Melee isn't 18 yet. It was released in, what, November 2001? So it's a little bit of time till it turns 18. Okay, yes, you can get tried as an adult at the age of 12. But age of consent in Texas is 17. Tony, like, hopefully you're not basing your life around this kind of thing. So I'm going to stop right now. But, like, those are also completely different standards. Okay, yes, fine. It's in Japan. And the age of consent in the Vatican City is 12, actually. Not that that matters, because it's the Vatican City. That's not a problem. But the reason why it is 12 in the Vatican City, in case you cared, is that it was an old Italian law that just never has been updated since nobody has cared enough to update it. So it's not like all the, it's not Holy See, sure, all right, I get it. I used to also do Model UN, Tony, where I won lots of awards there too. Holy See, whatever. You only you would care. Also, the Vatican City is the nation, and the Holy See is like the government. So whatever. But they haven't. The Holy See has not gotten around to changing that. Good start to this one. Just dropping down with the missile. Classic. Yeah. In Austin, we cheer for SDs. Yeet. Not really. No, so see, that's the joke that people make about it. It's like somebody legit tried to use that in one of their internet arguments. It's like, oh, well, look, they're all pedophiles. They got age of 12. And I'm like, okay, regardless of your opinions on the Catholic Church, let's be real here and say that it's not like a whole bunch of, like, they all got together and said, well, yeah, we definitely want to get with all these little boys, so let's make the age of consent 12. That's not what happened, okay? It would have been a big deal if that was the case, but it's not. Tight. Brian's actually punishing me really well. I mean, also, that was not a good charge shot. I hit it, which is something. But also, he could have easily reflected it, and I didn't get much off of it. Just like 25%, but I didn't get like a kill. I didn't even start a combo with it either. Got me nothing. Well, he's not bad. I'm going to be honest. Like, just my let me take a look at the rankings. Yeah, he also could have shined me off the other. Here's Brian. Here's me. Relatively close in skill. Also, I did just make top 10. So, which I was top 10 last season. But then, like, Bartle moved here. Bieber came back. I did legit pass Cyphus, which gave me that buffer, and Legion. So that like, legit is what because I was number 12 until that happened. So, yeah, I do want to be... No, so the PR Samus role, I did post the PR when I got on it, and they didn't add me to the PR role. So I'm like, okay, fair, right? Like, it's number 10 in a city, like in a decent region, right? But if I was Texas PR, which look here, so Drew just passed Tuesday. He was number 5 or 6 here with like and whatnot, and he made Texas PR. So if I can just move up a little bit, I can make Texas PR and be like a legit PR'd Samus player. That also gets me a lot more type of like credence, because it's like if I wanted to go to a national or be at a bigger tournament and I am Texas PR'd, big deal, right? In terms of better seeding. No, that's the thing. If I was Texas PR, it'd be inarguable that I'm a like PR level Samus player, not like that's, all that big of a deal, right? Okay. Wait, Druzy is also ranked in SA from time to time? Yeah, so that's actually, I mean, so Zaya, he's a little bit more strict about who can be San Antonio PR'd. The reason why is because it's like his thing was like, you have to live in San Antonio. because, you know, you had people like Drew or like Ark coming through that were obviously not San Antonio players. And then, you know, it's also like, because he would remove me the second that I left back for Austin whenever that happened. Like, he would just remove me immediately. Yeah, I get on it because I meet the activity requirements, but it's not like I don't really deserve to be on the San Antonio PR. I'm not a San Antonio Melee player anymore. My career in Austin has been longer at this point than my San Antonio career. Not like I don't identify with San Antonio, because I do like them, but I have a lot of great memories of being part of San Antonio, but it's like, it's hard for me to identify with San Antonio Melee as much anymore. Number one, I don't live there. Number two, it has changed a lot since I left. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and say this. San Antonio Discord is trash. And, you know, there's some people that I don't really care for. But, slumming it out with Zaya, always down. Zaya and Blocky, 100% down. We got some new cool people. Like, I like HDC. He's really cool. I'm always like talking to him. GXM, of course, somebody like you or Spurs, of course, Tony. We have some Samus players. Who else am I mean, not like I'm attempting to shout like literally everybody out in San Antonio, but there's some nice people and whatnot. But it's like, in terms of like calling myself a San Antonio Melee player, that's just not right. Okay, so the San Antonio Discord has just gotten stupid. It has been stupid for a long time, but it is extra stupid now. Like, nothing good happens in there, okay? The only stuff that happens in the San Antonio Discord is you or somebody else trolling Tony, people getting mad at you, like it's cyberbullying you, basically. Mighty and Zaya telling people to stop, and then occasionally tournament postings, Snowy asking for money for various reasons, and then, like, just Luigi Toilet posting his stream. That's it. That's all that happens in that Discord. Like, if I could come up with like like on any given day, it's like San Antonio Melee bingo. What's happening today, right? It's so easy to fill that bingo card. That was good. I waited for his double jump. That's cool. I could have just jabbed him or something. That would have taken Brian off the stage. I like this song. Ayla by Ayla. I always love those kind of songs they have. It's like the same name as the artist. Same one as the first one I played in this mix, or that was in this mix today was, what was it? Age of Love by Age of Love. And I'm like, so you could have like, with the album and everything, it's like Age of Love, Age of Love, Age of Love. Yeah, look, I'm not gonna comment on Snowy's money situation. It's like, that's, number one, it's just rude, but number two, it's like, I don't know. I legit don't know. Like, I mean, there are things that I do know, and like how much money Snowy actually needs, or what his motivations are, I really can't speak for. I mean, I assume that if he's asking for money to go to Summit, he needs it. And that's okay. You need money to go to Summit, that's fine. No, yeah, he did. He lost to... Who did he lose to? I know he lost to Sci-Fi. I don't know who else it was, though. That one makes very little sense to me. How he lost to Sci-Fi. Other than he would have very little practice against Luigi. BFJ, no, that's... See, I was going to say it's like upset, technically by seeding, but I don't think that's that much of an upset, honestly, if any. That's pretty fair. Losing to Sci-Fi is very surprising to me, though. Okay, because let's see, BFJ also beat Peachy Keen, right? Who'd he beat up? Ace? Okay, now Ace obviously is gonna go on a tear. I don't want to watch that part of it. Who did Ace lose to in losers? Ace got a game off Billy Bo Peep. All right, that's pretty good. Ace is. Who did he lose to in winners? Tadua? Really? He was seeded like that, but Ace is so good. Man, sometimes I get more enjoyment out of checking brackets than like actually being at an event. Like I'm like, oh wow, that happened. Like checking the bracket. That's always fun. Arc didn't go Marth. Let's see how he did. He didn't go. Okay, that makes sense. Only Falcon Fox. That happened at Tipperoni as well. He didn't do as well. That said, it didn't stop him from... Who'd he lose to? Ace. Fair. He still lost to two... Like, okay, he lost to Drew, who's Texas PR. And then, like, Ace, who could be Texas PR. Alright. Fizz Fox and Falco, that's fine. Dude, he's doing great. Nice angle. That was a terrible double jump. But I have a nice lead, so it's like whatever. Bad. I missed. This happens every set with Brian. Happened again. Remember earlier when I did that wave dash out down tilt? Every time. Every set I play with Brian. Literally every set, something like that happens. And it always makes me literally want to just yeet my controller across the room. Like, do I throw my controller for... I throw my controller for various reasons. This specifically is one that just makes me, like, so enraged. Low missile? What? Like, in what situation? Low missile. All I need to do is hit him with one missile and he's dead, so it's like nice. No, but even the thing was, that is a guaranteed grab. I just pressed it late. Like, it's a legit thing that you can punish Fox's up smash on shield with a grab. It's just not as easy as you would think. See, I'm wondering if I want to... What time is it? $109. I don't know if I want to go for another, like, whole set. But, you know, I could still chill here and stream for a bit. Yeah. So, because I have to get up tomorrow and study. So, I'll probably can the stream in a few minutes. But, you know the deal. I'm not gonna watch that. That's still has another, what, 15, 20 minutes on it? That's a lot. That just still kills me, man. I have an IQ of over 200 being a Samus player. I don't know. Oh, this reminds me. All right, sit tight. I'm gonna be back with something. It's great. You know what it says? Brain juice. It's not a joke. Like, I got this hat basically for free. Well, actually, literally for free. Like, to be completely honest. It was, I just walked by a Brain Juice booth they had on the UT campus. They were just handing out hats, so got a free Brain Juice hat. If you had been to Tipperony, you would have seen that. Like, anyone who's at Tipperony, I've worn that like once or twice. Jeff Foxworthy saw me with that hat, and he was mad. He was like, "Are you seriously wearing that hat?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You Samus, you're so stupid. I hate that hat. I hate you, Happens. You're the worst." Right? Which, I had a good laugh at that. That was some top quality memery right there. Shout out to Jeff. Why did my screen brightness just turn down? Whatever. So, yeah. I think that's probably going to be it for tonight. Thanks, Tony, for, keeping me company. Same for Kapil, anyone else who showed up tonight. Really appreciate y'all. And I don't know, it'll probably be a while before I stream again, unless I just have a little bit of time tomorrow. Might stream tomorrow. Let's see. Do I want Bobby at Summit? Okay, no. I don't. I mean, he's just going to get destroyed. He's a meme pick completely. It's just really sad when people like Triff are getting eliminated and then Bobby is making it. He talks about how bad Texas is all the time. He just runs around and just calls people faggots for no reason, and I definitely don't appreciate that at all. Like, it's just, wow, great way to foster a very healthy environment in the scene. And it's like, he always just, I just think he is just a negative presence. I don't want to say he's a negative presence on the community, but it's like, I just think his shtick is kind of stupid, and I don't really care very much. I know some Austin people, too, have some beef with him, but I don't in particular. No, I only ever played him once, and I took game one, but I lost the set. Nothing ridiculous happened, nothing crazy, whenever I talked to him, I guess. Yeah, that's mostly about it. People I actually like, I think Gatsu is actually like a legit good pick at Summit. So Chu is out, I think. Bananas and Army are still in. I think Gatsu, though, is the person who I actually want there. He's been on a tear recently. He's always doing some good stuff. He's sort of a sleeper pick for like a really good player. He just doesn't get the kind of exposure I think a lot of other players do. Otherwise, people would know him as the really good player that he is. Because he is really good. So, yeah. Peace out, fams. I will see you maybe tomorrow, maybe sometime in the next week.